What's up guys, Krohun here, and I'm bringing you my first ever episode of Blizz Let's Chat. In this little series, I don't know how long it'll go on for and how many I'll do, but I'm hoping to make this a long-standing series as it feels as though it's something that I can do relatively easily. I could even do it if I had to travel or something like that. I just have to, literally, this is me going to be talking about what Blizzard have posted, like in a blue post on Twitter or on the forums or anything like that. Anywhere that Blizzard's posted an official post that says something about PvP, mostly, maybe some PvE, we'll see how it goes. I will be talking about if I feel as though it needs to be talked about. And there is a lot of this, so maybe I'll be doing a lot, and maybe you'll tell me that I've seen it in the wrong way, and then you'll explain to me, and maybe I can understand better, and maybe you'll see something in a new, better light, and I'll have helped you in a way. But hopefully this all works better for all of us. Maybe we can get a little discussion going in the comments about stuff I've said. Maybe you can help me and I can help you. Maybe I'll have to do another video about it, so it's explaining stuff that you've said in the comments to help, help me understand so everyone else can understand. Also, at the end of this video, I will be having a section, obviously not on this first video because it's the first video, where I will answer any questions you have about anything to do with PvP or whatever. You want any tips or whatever, you know, that sort of thing. Just general questions. Not planning for that to be like an hour-long question-answer thing, but hopefully it'll be just an open question-answer format that you can just send in. I'll also put an email in the description so you can do an email. I'll also check the comments if I don't get enough emails or whatever, but I'll probably do one or two of them as well. Okay, so here's the first thing, and it's in a section that they've just labeled PvP. It was a tweet that Blizzard did, which was just an open tweet. It wasn't like to reply to anything. And he says, and this is Ghostcrawler, and he says, "In my opinion, PvP would be better with more casting and interrupting than more instants and immunities. Going to be a tough sell though." Now, I don't understand why it's going to be a tough sell as part of this tweet. Like, as far as I can see, if it's going to be, it can't be a tough sell. You put out whatever you want to do, and if someone moans about it, then they choose to leave or whatever, but maybe some other people come back to the game because you did that. Maybe someone was really annoyed with instants and immunities, like 90% of the people who PvP right now, and they're like, well, we want you to get rid of them. And then, you know, it's like some people who loved being overpowered because they had all these instant casts and immunities, and they're like, ha ha ha, kind of thing. And, you know, like, it just seems crazy to me. Like, it's not a tough sell. It's that people are enjoying being overpowered, and they don't want to be nerfed back to being crap or whatever. And that's a fair thing on their end. Like, if I was to say to you, right, you've got £1 million today, but tomorrow I'm going to take it away from you, you're going to be pissed. You want that £1 million, and you're probably going to spend as much time trying to spend it all as you can, but in the end of the day, you're going to lose that money. And that's the same case here. Nobody wants to get nerfed. You know, if it's a needed nerf, maybe some people will understand, like, that you're taking away their money, but in general, they don't want it to happen. So we're looking at it from that perspective, but as a whole, as a community, we probably would all agree that instance immunities probably need to go, like, or more of them need to go, maybe a few here and there, but not like everyone having an instant cast, massive damage and immunities and stuff, and that would be, like, great. Now, here's the 2 points that I have to make about those two things, though. There's a lot of instant casts in the game because there's a lot of interrupts in the game. So maybe they need to make the interrupts a longer cooldown. Because if you're against 2 melee classes, and especially if you've got they've got a Holy Paladin as well, because they can interrupt as well. Like, so you'd have 3. Actually, Shamans can as well. Like, yeah, so like pretty much just so many classes have so many interrupts. And if you have more than 2... like, on you as, let's say a healer, let's say you're a priest, right, and you're casting, and you need to cast off flash heal, right, so you're trying to cast a flash heal, you fake cast the first interrupt, right, you're like, alright, I'll get the next interrupts coming up, oh, I fake cast that, oh, I'm gonna get a heal off, manage to get the heal off, and then straight away you're back in with the first guy's interrupt is ready on the cooldown and stuff, so it's like, what, like, and it just seems mad when it comes out, like, they come out that fast. And also, you have to consider that it's like, let's say there's a warrior there, he just stuns you on the one that they don't have an interrupt for, and well, you're screwed then, aren't you? Like, you know, you fake cast twice, and then you get stunned, and then you get and then you have to fake cast again. How are you meant to deal with that? So that's like the first thing. I think maybe they need to increase the cooldown on interrupts, but make everything back to hard casting, like so much more hard casting, and then we'd see a big change and it'd be so much nicer. And then the second part is with the immunities thing. There's a few people, mostly DKs, that struggle when they don't have an immunity thing. Like, their DKs have hardly any CC right now, and their immunities is how they are allowed to do so much damage and stuff to be able to be fair with other classes. So if they was to nerf, like, the immunities on DKs, so like the fear repressant and the stun repressant, you could say, all right, well, we need to buff DKs somewhere else. That's what I would consider them doing, is say, okay, well, we've got, you know, we took away this from DKs, we're now going to put it back in some other form. And I think that'd be great. And if they did that the same with the instance sort of thing, like obviously, you know, if they nerfed all interrupts, so it would be like a buff to them to allow them to cast, and it would be fair for them. And anyone who has an immunity, like, could just do the same thing. So just don't nerf something and then not buff them. This is what they did with enhancement shamans recently, and it really annoyed me. And I know this is a bit of a tangent, but enhancement shamans, they nerfed, like, right, so they nerfed it because of resto shamans, the purge. But then they didn't give enhancement shaman anything else, and enhancement shamans aren't in a great place anyway. So it's sort of like, oh, you're a dog with only 3 legs, we're just gonna cut off another one because your brother needed one cut off. Like, no, why? Like, at least give him some new legs and shit. Like, enhancement shamans need some love right now. Like, I don't play enhancement shamans, so take this as you will, but they probably do need some love. Okay, I'm going to leave that here. This is obviously a shorter episode because I had to explain and whatever. I'm probably planning for these to be around about 10 minutes, obviously including the question. So let's say like 4-minute question, 4-minute question about from the Blizzard Blues, and then I'll spend a minute or two just talking about whatever questions I've been sent in. I will see you guys again soon. I hope you like this video. Please, I'd like to know if you want to see more of these. If there's like everyone hates them, then there's no point in me doing them. But if you did enjoy this, just feel free to comment below and let me know what you think. Obviously this isn't a long episode, so I'll probably still do another 1 or 2 and then like gauge it over those 3 episodes of what you guys think. And I will see you guys again soon. Goodbye!